going on, everyone? It's Liam Catterson here with episode 4 of season 3 for Black Mirror, which is called San Junipero. I think that's it, yeah? I'm very scared about this because the last 2 episodes have, I don't know, it's not boded well mentally for me. Especially the last episode, which was very reminiscent to White Bear in a sense, but you know, rather than taking justice, I guess, into their own hands and in a bit more of an extreme term like White Bear did, it was more aiding the law that we have today, of course, in the means of, you know, I guess trolling who the victims were, of course, because, you know, they said, oh, if you do this, and then we will drop what we're holding against you, and of course, even if they did it, they would release whatever scandals their victims had anyway. So, and it was just really, really messed up, especially like the bank scene. Everything was just really, really. I can't put it into words on how messed up it was. It was just a really, really insane episode, and I'm very, very scared because episode 1 was, you know, okay, that was a bit more entertaining. It's still a bit, you know, poopy, of course, with, you know, how, people hide their true feelings away from social media and all that. But, it wasn't as, you know, hectic as Playtest or Shut Up and Dance was. You know, I didn't feel that traumatized, feel that I do with Playtest and Shut Up and Dance. But, yes, scared. Hopefully third time is the charm to deviate away from, you know, this kind of mental breakdown that, you know, I'm probably going to be having or whatever. But let's I mean, season 3 has been absolutely amazing so far, so let's hope that continues with episode 4 of season 3. Let's go.
Like 6 months to live, so
5 actually.
He's playing along. He's playing along.
Private time.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just digging the 80s.
Hey, I'm sorry.
Sorry, I envy.
See you around?
I feel a bit dirty being a 90s baby, but
Take that wrong. It's refreshing. You look around.
yeah, everyone's some cliched, and then there's you.
Looks, they probably saw in some movie.
Haha, touche.
But I like these.
Because you're giving that movie vibe.
You're authentically you. Thanks.
Yay! Where's
Cheers.
mine?
It's okay.
No, I mean,
Really,
damn
it's
it.
okay.
No,
I don't know,
I'm engaged. I have a fiance.
Ooh.
He's called Greg.
And
Oof.
is Greg here?
No, he's
Elsewhere?
yeah.
Oh god, she's gonna be like, he can't know about, he doesn't
Wanna
need
go
to
to
know
bed with me?
about it.
We could be back at mine in like...
I never
Whoosh,
didn't
she
even
fades
know.
out of existence.
Hey,
Waiting for someone?
not really.
I'm waiting for my loneliness, that's what I would say. Which you're stealing. She is. I think her get-up's neat, actually, so yeah. Like, even her original form.
With your mom?
Yee. I mean, she's engaged, which is a bit of a bummer, but I'm assuming she's bisexual. Like she's wanted to, like, she felt a bit nervous, but yeah. Yee.
You've had relationships, though.
Oh.
You got a fiance.
That was a cover-up. That was
It's
a cover-up.
complicated.
Oh, it's complicated.
I'll say.
What was it? Something to do
When
with her
did you
parents
know?
again?
That you liked women.
I like men, too.
I said they're both
Equal
bisexual. Okay, me.
Seen her in 80, mid 90s, 2002 one time.
Wait, what?
She's worth the shot, right?
What? What's going on here? I keep hearing like hospital.
So you don't feel bad. Maybe you should feel bad. Or at least feel something.
Bit of a poopy move, I guess, to, you know, leave Yorkie. I'm just confused. Well, A, your hand's gonna be... Wait, what? Wait, what?
Is that... I don't know how long there is. And I can't. I wasn't prepared for you, for wanting something so...
Oh. She actually did feel, but she... Whatever time they've got left in this world, she doesn't want that, you know, to disappear.
You have to?
They're in a...
He really is a good guy.
They're in some kind of...
I mean, my family don't approve.
I don't know, conscious world or something? Like,
They can't stop us.
a world away from the real world?
She's waiting for you.
Thank you.
Oh my god, this is absolutely... interesting.
She won't be able to physically respond in any way, but she can hear you.
That's why she didn't want her to see it. Oh my goodness. Because she was in a... And that's why she had some reservation. Like, she... Oh man. Holy damn, this is... incredible.
Hello. Excuse me. Is it Kelly?
It is.
I'm Greg.
You're Greg?
Oh, the fiance.
You know, I think it's great that you came down here in
man.
person before she passes over. Even her folks don't come visit no more, so
She's passing over.
Oh.
she gets in her car, runs it off the road. Boom.
And she was 21?
More than 40 years back. It's been her whole lifetime, basically. So the whole San Junipero system has been a big deal for her. I mean, the biggest deal. Of course, now,
Because it's a...
until she
Because
passes
it's a
over,
way to kind of get free, because
goes permanent.
she's able to
on the
walk,
5-hour
talk,
weekly
everything.
limit. I guess you're the same.
They ration it out. They don't trust us.
So okay, so
See,
that's
you're
the
crazy,
trial,
girl.
okay. 5 hours a week.
Don't leave your seat. You disassociate body
Why
from
not
mind.
6?
Junipero, flat out. Anyhow, Yorkie's family, they're big time religious, and they will not sign.
But a spouse can override that. Hence the wedding bells.
You got
Put
it.
her out of her misery, I
We have a pastor coming
guess.
tomorrow
And that's why it's
AM,
complicated.
and she's scheduled to pass tomorrow afternoon.
Scheduled to pass. Let's just call it dying.
Yeah.
Can't call it dying.
You're sugarcoating it, but it's...
Loud. Sounds like heaven.
Yeah, it literally is heaven. Like, San Junipero is heaven.
I'm gonna say something crazy.
Okay.
Oh.
Wanna marry me instead? Just... Greg seems great, but
Oh, man.
why not
Teary
someone
eyes.
connected?
Oh. This is neat.
That a yes?
The story has killed me, but not in the traumatized way. It's a really, really beautiful way. Yeah, she's doing the right thing, I guess. This story of heaven and all that, it's really, really beautiful.
I am not whipping yourself with guilt.
Get off.
You can't see it.
Uh-oh, I
But
think...
what he did, it was
I'm not liking
selfish,
this.
actually.
Shh. Should have left well enough
49
alone.
years.
I was with him for 49 years. You can't
One great
begin
marriage,
to
though.
imagine. You can't know the bond, the commitment now that they're together, but I don't. I believe they're nowhere. Just like you said, gone. No, I pitied
Holy
you,
damn.
and that's the truth. I pitied you.
This is why she
And now
doesn't
you give
want
me
that
some
obsession,
sales pitch about how
because she didn't
fucking
get that
peachy
chance,
forever could
because
be. Sorry. You want to spend forever
Richard
somewhere
hasn't
nothing
got this
matters?
chance here.
End up like Wes?
Brings up hard memories, like she can't be with her original partner. And they spent... Oh, shh. Oh! I'm just loving this. Like, the tone is really great. I just love how powerful this... Come on! There we go. Oh my god, this story has absolutely been... Richard and Kelly, oh wow. So she's gonna join them. I get, well, not in here, of course. She didn't get that chance. Oh! Okay, okay. Oh, so that's how it's done, okay. It's basically... Oh, that's going to be crap if there's like a server outage or whatever. I mean, technically, heaven isn't forever in this case, because the world will get destroyed at one point, and then... Goodbye, heaven. The best server room in the world. Literally, because I think... Here's the thing, I think I would love to live in this kind of paradise, but only when I'm, you know, ready, I guess. Like, Kelly. Like, I wouldn't want that pressure. Oh, just join. I want to check something, because I don't think that was Black Mirror at all. Like, I think I was watching the wrong show or whatever, because there was nothing, you know, dark about this episode. No, in all seriousness, that was absolutely, fantastic. It's a nice change of heart, isn't it? Like, you don't get an episode that, you know, makes you question, you know, humanity. It doesn't make you question, okay, well, you know, this is how punishing things can get if we take technology or, boundaries a bit too far and all that jazz. And it makes you think, okay, well, this is what can happen if, you know, the option was viable. This nice little paradise, San Junipero, and it was, I can't put into words how beautiful of an episode that was. I mean, sure, it had some flaws in terms of, like, how San Junipero can be quite devastating, I guess. Like, the idea can be quite devastating, especially with that little talk, with that little outrage, I guess, between Kelly and Yorkie, and how Yorkie was pressuring Kelly to, you know, go to San Junipero. But I think that's, A, due to her condition that she was in, and now she feels freedom for the first time in many years, and B, because she had feelings to Kelly, so, yeah. But, yeah, it had its flaws, but, you know, in theory, this is not really a bad idea. I mean, like I said, people can become obsessed with this idea, and it can become a case of pushing it if you're, you know, trying to pressure someone into joining San Junipero, because, you know, they're living two lives at this point. Well, if you can call it that. I mean, this is basically heaven, but they're living two different realities. The nice paradise of heaven at San Junipero, and then, of course, the real world, where you've got that real attachments. And, well, you still have your real attachments, I guess, with San Junipero, but, you know, if you pass on because you were pressured into joining San Junipero, then you could be affecting the lives of everyone surrounding that person, rather than letting them, you know, die naturally, I guess. I mean, she was like, oh, well, it seems a bit, that you can only see me for like, 10 minutes or all that jazz. Like it's 5 hours a week, isn't it? But like, we have a limited amount of time. It doesn't seem right. Like, I want that eternity. But like I said, you're depriving that person from, living a natural life. Like, you're trying to put them in a position for them to die quickly, get life over with, so you could just jump without regarding, your loved ones there. Because, whereas heaven is a paradise where it seems like nothing bad ever happens, you gotta think that you can become obsessed with this idea, and you're not thinking about, the real world, of course. But apart from that, it's a really, really amazing concept. It's a concept that is really, really, like, here's the thing, I would love to be there, but of course, like Kelly, I guess, only when the time is right. See, what I thought was going to happen is, especially with that outburst, that she was going to join, her husband, because she was talking about how they never had that opportunity, and basically, what is eternity if you can't spend it with your loved ones? But I think with Kelly, when she passed on, I think she was thinking about, she doesn't want to make the same mistake twice, because since they're not at San Junipero, like her family that she spent all those years with, 49 years, I believe, in total with, the husband, because this is the thing about, the afterlife. People do question, does heaven really exist? Or do we see blackness? And you can't know if you're going to be reunited with your husband and that if he is not at San Junipero. At least with this, you're not, I guess, playing it, you're not basically not being with your loved ones twice, I guess, in this sense, Kelly with Yorkie. And I think that's, the drive to push Kelly with Yorkie in the end when she passed on, of course. Because like I said, you don't know what's, like, for those who didn't join San Junipero, then, you don't know what's awaiting them. They've got this, I guess, this natural way of death, like the unknown void, that we still question today. Like, do we go to heaven? Is it blackness? Do we get you never know. But with San Junipero, there's that assurance. There's that assurance you get to have some kind of consciousness, I guess. And, not fear about, seeing black forever or on all that jazz, whilst time fast forwards until the universe, decides to end. Which is getting a scary thought, so I'll just drive away from that. But, like I said, San Junipero is literally heaven, and it's an assurance, and it's a nice place as well, because here's the thing, you get to choose the form you want to be in, it seems, and the time period as well, which is a really, really nice touch, especially the 80s, and especially the same-sex thing, which was, like, the LGBT thing was a really, really nice touch, of course, because I don't think it was legal back then. But this is heaven, and, this is a paradise. There's no harsh restrictions, it seems. And, whereas people can think, okay, the 80s and, same-sex things might seem a bit off. There's no laws, and all that. So it's a really, really nice, heaven. And I think the LGBT concept was, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm sure it wasn't in the 80s. I mean, of course, time is a bit wibbly-wobbly, of course, in, San Junipero, because 1 week it's the 80s and then you could transition to the 90s, as we saw. So I thought that was really, really nice. But, no, it was a really, really great representation, because I think it's the first LGBT coupling of, Black Mirror, as far as I remember. Because I think the others have been, heterosexual, relationships. As far as I remember, I don't think there's anything to suggest, I don't think there's any other episodes that I recall that, have LGBT, content. But no, it was really, really nice, and it did get emotional. Like, I did not get weepy-eyed during the wedding at all. No. No, it was just really, really great stuff. I just enjoyed that episode so much. And I'm struggling with, how you can question this, because apart from the obsession that you could then force on other people, oh, just die so we can be here and all that, there's nothing really bad to say. It's a really, really beautiful paradise. And this is the thing, it's weird. This episode of Black Mirror is weird because it's not punishing the viewer. It's not, punishing the mind. It's not thinking, okay, well, bad things can happen if we, push the limits. Instead, it's the reverse. It's a nice, like I said, it's a nice little paradise, a nice little reassurance, and it's really, really great. And I just love it, especially the trial samples, of course. It gives people that opportunity to decide, okay, well, why not? You get to decide, do you want to, go into that unknown, void? But it's more of it's more than, okay, am I going to be with? It's more than, okay, well, this, it's a clear answer, isn't it? I mean, it's a world where you can interact with versus the unknown. It's more than that, because like the whole outburst that that Kelly had with Yorkie, it's that question: do you really want to? Do you want to join? Because if the people who have not joined San Junipero are not there, let me rephrase that. If you're going to San Junipero and there are loved ones who didn't go there, how would you feel? And like I said, I guess with Kelly, I think she didn't want to risk that, twice, I guess. And she wanted, I guess, something to hold on to, because she did have I think it was clear that she had some feelings for Yorkie. Especially with the fact that she could, she didn't want that attachment because, she didn't want this to be, she felt that, feeling, but she didn't want to make it permanent because she feared she'd lose it. So, I think joining San Junipero is a better option than, risking being with your loved one, risking not being with your loved ones twice. So yeah, it was just a really, really great concept, and I just, really, really loved it. I mean, I'm sure there are more ideas that could be implemented with San Junipero, I don't know, more than, the coupling secret, do you have the ability to, I don't know, I know San Junipero is like the little town or whatnot, but do you have the ability to, I don't know, pop to a fiction, well, not a fictional presence, but a legitimate, a location of your favorite holiday, for example, or your favorite memory, and all of that, because, with heaven, you want to experience the best of life, and, I think this is a really, really good, ooh, what was that? Something just dropped. But, yeah, with heaven, you want to experience the best, I think, and, I mean, this is better than, like I said, the unknown, entity that could await you if you die naturally, if you die without going to San Junipero. But like I said, you want to experience those happy memories, I guess. I mean, it's already great picking your form that you're comfortable with, because, as we saw, Kelly, didn't appear in San Junipero as the elderly woman she was in the real world, of course. But there's got to be something more, experiencing your favorite memory, having a room full of your favorite food or whatever, all of that. So I'm sure there's more that could be put into this, but it was just really, really great, developing the relationship of two characters who never met in the real world, but have decided to meet in this place called heaven, as well as, looking into the aspect of what, San Junipero is. And of course, at the end, having that big decision, just die so we can be here forever. And is it right? Do you want to affect your loved ones because you died without, you died from a forced decision rather than, just dying naturally, I guess. So it was just really, really beautiful, and I just loved it. I mean, it was just constructed so well. And I just loved the mystique in the first half an hour, because I was wondering what was going on, especially with the 1 week later thing. It gave, I mean, apart from the fact that it's a completely innocent episode compared to, 99% of us episodes of Black Mirror. No, the beginning, it felt more Stranger Things. I know Black Mirror should feel different with each episode, with new concepts, of course, but I don't know, it felt distinctively different, probably because, we began with the 80s and all that, and it felt like, your Stranger Things and all that, your Stranger Things content, should I say. But, no, it just felt, it actually does remind me of Westworld with the cradle and all that, actually, so, yeah, it's really, really great, of course. But I think it's a more lighter tone, I guess, than the creepy ongoing stuff with Delos and all that. It's more of a blissful experimentation, of course, with the trial runs, and then, you've got that full paradise, and it's happy days, and nothing really went wrong apart from that outburst, understandable, of course, because you do question, is this right? But it's really, and you can't really blame Yorkie with her. I mean, this is heaven. Obviously, it's calling the obvious, but it's a heavenly experience for those who, might be disabled, because, they've got, I'm sure, actually, going back to the first scenes when, Kelly was going to dance with Yorkie, she was a bit, nervous. I'm not sure if that's due to her ability to not able to walk, she was a bit struggling. And, I mean, I'm sure you would have that option, you would have that, feeling that you can't do this because you're not used to, walking and all that jazz. But, yeah, like I said, this is a goldmine for those who are disabled, because, they have the ability to walk. Those who are not able to do bodily functions, all of that, like in, Yorkie's, predicament, she was just laying there, and, she couldn't really do anything, so the, San Junipero world was a relief for her, and it does give you that, comfort, it kind of does put you out of your misery, because, it hurts seeing you in that condition, and being at San Junipero gives you that relief, gives you that, I guess, life, that you want to live. So, it really is a goldmine for those who are in difficult situations. But not just that, though, of course, it gives you that relief, it gives you that assurance that there is light at the end of the tunnel, with San Junipero, so, beautiful stuff, beautiful. But no, it was just beautiful stuff. The writing, everything, the character, especially between Yorkie and Kelly, it was just really, really great how they bounced off each other, and it was so warming, and I just loved their relationship so much. But it was just great. The writing, the twist that this wasn't really a dark episode like Black Mirror usually does. Don't worry, episode 5 will be back to normal. I'm sure of it. We're not. This is basically your once in a blue moon story, isn't it? Something to surprise the viewer. It's not all gloomy, but you only get one, so yeah. I'm sure we'll be back to normal with episode 5, but, it was just beautiful, and it wasn't just the fact that this story was a nice change of pace from what you usually get with Black Mirror. It's the fact that it was constructed well, it was written well. It's one of the best stories, if I have to be honest, especially with the mystique in the first half an hour, and then you come to that realization about what this world, what these messages, what these cryptic things are going about. You have 10 minutes, all that jazz. You keep waking up at midnight, the different eras, and then your pain, I guess, inhibitors, is it turned on, all that jazz. You suddenly get that realization, and then you suddenly see what the world as what it is, and it suddenly becomes beautiful, and not just that, but the writing, everything was just really, really wonderful to experience. So I really, really enjoyed this episode. Like I said, probably one of the best episodes. And that's funny considering season 3, I think it's delivering some of the best episodes in terms of, you know, presentation. It's just really, really fantastic stuff. And I'm really enjoying season 3. This might be, so far, I mean, it's got that advantage considering it's 6 episodes rather than 3, but, you know, it's quality over quantity. But no, literally, this is 3 extraordinary episodes in a row. I mean, Playtest had me on the edge of my seat, especially with its video game appeal. Shut Up and Dance was really, really great. And, you know, this was absolutely fantastic stuff. So it is one of the best episodes, and I think season 3 is probably the best season thus far. So I'm really, really enjoying this season so much, and I'm hoping episode 5 does capitalise, because like I said, 3 great episodes in a row, 3 extraordinary episodes in a row, should I say. And this was just beautiful, especially the nice little twist that it's different from the Black Mirror norm, so I just really loved it. So I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check the videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feed and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!